head now to a reporter over there at Timpson City Hall. Tyre White joins us here on East Texas Now. Now, Tyre, again, you are at Timpson City Hall, and from what I understand, we have it's significant damage there with I believe, is this one of the areas that a confirmed tornado moved through?
Yes, Devin. A confirmed EF1 tornado did touch down here in Timpson. Now, behind me is City Hall, which did see a lot of damage. And coincidentally, it's right across the street from the Quick Stop gas station, which also saw some damage. Also, the Quick Care across the street saw damage as well. Now, the scene here right now is a lot of reconstructing. I talked to Timpson Mayor Deborah Smith. She tells me that the building is pretty much, was totally destroyed. They are going to be able to salvage the building, but everything inside of it has been ripped out. Now, I'm going to take you guys inside here just to see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera. So this is Timpson City Hall. Now, Mayor Smith tells me that they did receive a lot of damage to the roof when that tornado came through here. She says there were 2 employees in here at the time, and luckily there were no injuries or fatalities reported. Now, they do have their insurance coming in, basically, like I said, gutting out this building. Lots of moisture got in. I can smell the moisture in the air. It smells pretty damp in here. And, the mayor tells me they just remodeled a couple of months ago. So now this is the scene here. Now, City Hall is where residents do pay their utility bills. So, of course, with this building being down and, out of order right now, it's going to be some changes coming for how they're paying their utilities. Now, Mayor Smith tells me that as of right now, they can go online to the city's website and pay their utility bills. And, usually here in Timpson, those bills are due on the 15th, and a cutoff will happen 5 to 7 days after that if they don't pay it. Mayor Smith tells me that they are waiving late fees this month because of this damage. Now, after the 12th, tomorrow, she says that they are looking to set up temporarily at Timpson Fire Hall. So after tomorrow, residents can go there and pay, but they are going to be operating on some modified hours. She couldn't say what those hours were just yet, but it won't be the normal 8 to 5. Now, I'm going to take you guys back here to where you can really see how that EF1 tornado really came through here. Bear with me, it's a little walk.
Yeah,
I'm going to put this camera again.
As we're walking, Tyre, now we saw that look inside the Timpson City Hall, and I just want to clarify all of that now down kind of to the nuts and bolts of the building, but it wasn't that way come Monday, right? There were walls, there were people that were working there. That was an operating City Hall when this storm moved through. Is that correct?
That's right, Devin. Like I said, there were 2 employees in that building. There were walls, there was ceiling, there was flooring, but thanks to the storm ripping that roof off, lots of moisture got in, and also lots of files were damaged as well. Smith tells me they had to go in and bring their insurance in, basically trying to salvage what they can in terms of files. And the files now are in a building drying, and they're just trying to salvage them. I'm back here at the back of City Hall where that EF1 tornado really came through and really caused some damage, if you guys can see that. Now, this looks to be where they were storing a lot of different items. You can kind of see some street signs, some speed limit signs. But now this building is fully exposed. If you look here, you can actually see a power pole that was picked up out of the ground and thrown on this building.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. For those of you here on the screen, it's right here with on top of the building right here. You see some greenery of some sorts that are wrapped around it, and you can see that pole breaking. Wow.
Yeah, now, Smith tells me the roof that was on this building. She suspects that now it's about 4 to 5 blocks away. She wasn't completely sure, but that's what they're suspecting. She also tells me they had a flagpole here at City Hall that was taken out of the ground and thrown about the same distance. So this wasn't, even though it was EF1, you can see just the amount of damage it did, not only here, but in other areas of the city as well. Now, Smith tells me they did have a lot of power outages, but she says right now about 60 to 70% of those outages have been resolved. They are still working to bring power back to Timpson residents, but that seems to be the big thing right now. Also, a lot of downed trees in people's yards, on people's homes. Smith says she does urge residents to go ahead and start reporting those damages to the Texas Division of Emergency Management so they can get help. She did say she's going to be working on kind of gathering some volunteers as the days go on, but right now it's still in an early phase. They've been really resilient, Smith tells me. She said Monday, of course, was very overwhelming. The rain was pouring down. They had to come out. And she said she just felt really down, knowing that they had just remodeled City Hall and seeing it now have to be destroyed again. She tells me that construction could take 2 to 5 months. So in the meantime, like I said, they will be setting up at Timpson Fire Hall, but that'll be a short time as well. Eventually, they'll get a portable office right outside of here where people will be able to come and pay their bills and where city operations can go ahead and continue. It's a rough side out here for sure.
Yeah, definitely dramatic footage there, Tyre, you've been able to share with us, and I totally understand how morally it is a huge hit as well, specifically because they had just finished remodeling it. It's a source of pride, and so a whole new source of heartbreak to have it seen coming back down to the studs like it is. But, the silver lining here, the way that they have been able to take it down to the studs in just a matter of about 2.5 days, already have a place that they can go in the meantime to continue, basic operations and a path forward. That's where they can start building, and it looks like they've just putting one foot in front of the other and finishing up this week, knowing the path forward and being able to see a day where this is all a very distant memory. Tyre, thank you so much for joining us here on East Texas Now, giving us a tour there again of Timpson City Hall around that path of that confirmed EF1 tornado moving through. Tyre, we will hear from you later on.
Yes, and later on we'll have some information where people can go ahead and pay those utility bills and some of the operating hours for some of those places as well.
Fantastic. We look forward to more information there, Tyre, from you later on in a newscast. Thanks again for calling in.
All right, thank you.
Once again, that is Tyre White there reporting live from Timpson City Hall.